What is that? Who's that?
I'm back to mauling the game and keeping it merciless with bloody rhymes. Y'all couldn't stop the flow with a tourniquet. They want some melodies from me, but I prefer to spit. Cause every song I make's a hit record, it's like a nervous tick. But all this paper got me cold and emotionless. If you saw the bank, you'd think I made my dough flipping opiates. Went from broke to a mogul, known as the dopest of vocalists. So the only thing that y'all can do now is hope that it's over with. I've been a legend, never question my worth. At 15, knew this rapping shit was destined to work. Don't get it twisted when I pull up in a Chevy Traverse. Cause I'm a semi-truck, bitch, I make a mess when I swerve. My trajectory is wealth and that's predictable as fuck. I'm in love with the paper plus addictions in my blood. I've never been the type to get convicted with some thugs. I'm the type that if you're trying to run a business, I'm the plug, ho.
I will never understand why the sliver of the moon is somehow inside the moon, and if... Wait. Oh, no. Did DreamWorks Animation Marvelize their opening logo? No, DreamWorks! Bad DreamWorks! Drop it! Bad! Bad!
Jeremy yells at the screen cliche.
First star I see tonight.
How is there ever a first star you see if this is the sky you are looking at? First glance, you're seeing at least 1,000 stars on a planet or two at the same time.
Maybe he means the first one he fixates on? Or maybe this is a cartoon and you aren't supposed to take it this seriously? The next two sins in a row are both pointing things out on the screen.
In order for this to make any sense, this horse here would have had to do a full 360 while standing on his hind legs. And if that happened, you show me that
But if the movie had shown you that, you would have complained about it not making sense, even though this is just a cartoon.
Leaving your swords on the 5-second delay setting. What if you need something to be sorted immediately?
Sleeping giant of Del Mar!
With some fireworks? How does this town not get destroyed every time there's a thunderstorm?
Is this going to be one of those videos where Jeremy pretends that animated movies are supposed to follow real-world logic? I mean, sure, he can try to hide behind the excuse that it's all a joke, but it isn't funny, so...
This could be said for the majority of the movie, so let's just add a few sins here for Puss in Boots surviving any of this.
Alright, from now on, since this is going to be a very common thing, anytime he sins this animated kids movie for being ridiculous, I'm just going to play one of a number of random clips, starting now.
Mom spaghetti.
Watching Puss in Boots fight with a giant made me realize that these few seconds are better than the entirety of the last Hellboy movie, which is a good thing, but also you made me remember that last Hellboy movie.
Two sins here, one for that pop culture reference, and one for sinning something you like.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Breaking the fourth wall to ask a rhetorical question.
Pointing things out on the screen to pad your sin count.
It is more important for Puss to draw his trademark in the dirt than to move out of the way of a falling giant. A giant that will 100% cover up everything Puss etched in the dirt anyway.
Yeah? And that's a sin because why?
Okay, one more number.
Encores. Seriously, why do people like encores? They never get announced, and you have to sit there and wait to see if the band will come back on stage. Do the lights coming on mean they won't, or is that just a trick too? Stay up there till your entire session is...
Lift your tail and relax. Trust me, I run hot.
Not letting someone do their job just because you're weirded out by butt stuff.
Pointing things out on the screen. Again.
You died.
Duh. He was crushed by a giant bell. He should be reduced to a pancake fur-covered bag of bone dust. Do cats regenerate? Descend with new bodies from the heavenly ether? How does any of this work?
We don't know, and that's not a sin because it's not important to the story. Simply asking questions does not automatically necessitate a sin.
Take it easy, Doctor. Let's see. There was the running of the bulls in Pamplona.
And this will continue to show us all 8 times Puss in Boots has died. Because there's nothing a child likes to see more in their movie than dead cat montages.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty entertaining, so I don't know why you're sinning it.
Excuse me, does this have shellfish in it?
Yes, sir.
Dying because of your own selfish actions.
Oh, shit.
That makes 8, Puss. You are down to your last life. My prescription? No more adventures for you.
But at least half of those deaths were not adventure-based. Puss could die by crossing the street at the wrong time. This doctor seems to only exist to take away everyone's will to live.
I was like, damn, nigga, what you doing out here with all this ass? Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass. The sun is still out, my nigga. And it was just, I don't know, man.
Reet?
Why would your treats all be fish-shaped? You don't only work on cats. And honestly, it's a bit insensitive to your fish clients.
Maybe this bowl of treats is only for his cat clients. Or maybe it doesn't matter and nobody with an IQ over 3 actually cares.
Well, well. If it isn't Puss in Boots himself.
Talking to someone at a bar without their explicit consent. Some people just want to drink cream and be with their own thoughts, Mr. Wolf.
Was that meant to be funny? It wasn't funny, but I can only assume it was meant to be, seeing as how it wasn't a legitimate criticism.
Also, Death Wolf opts for being a badass character introduction instead of actually good at his job.
Yo, look, yo, you's a bitch. I'm hard like I'm stroking on some dick. What the fuck is wrong with me?
This puss have 8 empties strewn around here when he's the only one in the bar. Just reuse your glass, man. The bartender and the planet are begging you.
Who knows? Who cares? Move on.
Everyone thinks they'll be the one to defeat me. But no one's escaped me yet.
But let me guess, Puss in Boots will, not for any logical or earned reasons, but because movies gotta move.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Come on, man.
I just need it.
This is the lamb.
Where's the lamb sauce?
The only way it's possible for the moon to be this large is if Roland Emmerich is forcing John Bradley to spout bullshit science to Halle Berry and Patrick Wilson again.
Jeremy makes a pop culture reference that isn't a sin of the movie cliche.
It's a funeral, so it must be raining, even if that funeral is for your cosplay cliche.
And Jeremy still doesn't know what the word cliche means.
He was known across the land by many names. The Leche Whisperer.
They called him the Milk Whisperer? The f does that even mean? Did he whisper the...
Skip.
You have to show me how a cat would make that pee stick, or I refuse to believe it happened.
What's up, guys? Good evening and shit. It's like 10:49.
Scolding a cat for using a human toilet instead of using him to make yourself millions off selling the movie rights to Pickles, the cat who can pee standing up.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny?
These ones are just right.
Striking a pose that matches your wanted poster. Are you trying to get caught?
Pointing things out on the screen. Yet again.
You're a talking cat? I'm a talking cat.
Movie never fully explores the existential and ethical questions involved in a universe where only some animals display sapience.
Eat and talk at the same time.
Eating and talking at the same time.
Hey, more pointing things out on the screen.
It's over.
Oh no. Want to rub my belly?
That fake-ass laugh.
Also, textbook comic relief sidekick in an animated movie cliche.
Still not a cliche.
Sleeping with this many cats on top of you and still having lungs that are fully functional. I'm no doctor, but I'm still positive that is not possible. Does the growing beard on Puss mean that the rest of the cats are shaving every day? I am so very confused about the ramifications of feline facial hair.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
There's no way this bear created this perfect wolf shadow.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Can we switch over to following Mama Luna then? Because I'm way more interested in the piano stuffing story than anything I've seen in this movie so far.
Is that because you're doing everything you can to pad the sin count? I think it's because you're doing everything you can to pad the sin count.
Here we go.
Look, I'm sure there are certain things giant, barely flexible, clawed appendages are good for. Playing the piano this well is not one of them.
Spaghetti. Dead? No, he can't be.
Yep, the nose never lies.
That grave would take one of the bears about 3 seconds to dig up. Why wouldn't they check it?
Maybe because that would be desecration and they're more respectful than you, asshole.
No outfit that has been underground soaking up water for this long would look this good, especially that feather. That feather would look like a clump of post-shower armpit hair at best. Puss is climbing this water wheel as if that's a sneaky way in, but this is just terrible castle design. Anyone could use that to easily scale your gates.
You know what? It's a weird story. I was walking down the street one day, and you know, I'll be looking at asses and shit, and
Holy shit, those pies are still steaming right out of the oven. How is Horner not melted his plum thumb plum off?
Do you think that sticking your thumb in a warm pie would immediately melt the thumb? What?
This movie is being super flippant with its wanted posters. Are all of these characters really wanted by the police? And if so, how f***ing terrible is the Storyland police force that they can't catch any of them? They're not even trying to remain hidden.
Okay, slow down. First, you said that the movie isn't being serious with the wanted posters. Let's think about why that might be the case. Could it possibly have something to do with the fact that this movie is a comedy? And second, just because the police haven't caught them all yet doesn't necessarily mean they're terrible. I mean, the villains could just be really good, and if we also consider how this movie takes place in a medieval setting, it kinda makes sense.
Check it out! I'm walking on a magic carpet!
Using a magic carpet as an actual carpet.
Pointing things out on the screen. I swear to God, if you keep doing this shit, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm a real boy! No strings attached! Thank you!
2023 really was the year of Pinocchio, huh? If it weren't for Guillermo del Toro, this 5 seconds would have been the best Pinocchio movie of the year.
Everything wrong with Puss in Boots, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody made a good Pinocchio movie.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Cool reveal, but what's the scenario in which she's been in there this whole time?
The lamb sauce!
Come on.
You hired me 2 weeks ago. That makes you Plan B.
Aha! There it is.
Wait, but 3 of them have been in the same room as this conversation the whole time? How have none of them seen or heard this inane ego battle that's been going on for all of the some time?
Or, and hear me out because I'm about to explain some very complicated material, maybe they walked into the room right before Jack said that?
Please mock me quietly.
Says the guy whose feather is completely visible to anyone in the room.
Pointing things out on the... Sorry about that, guys. I mean, not that it's my fault. Jeremy's the one who keeps just pointing things out on the screen, but still, I apologize.
Just stop talking about blooming pies. Focus!
I'm sorry, but every one of those Lilliputians was dead long before she broke that glass. Unless they somehow vacuumed inertia out of that bottle.
Hey, Peter, you can't drink that outside. You can end up in jail. And not the good jail, like on Cinemax, the man jail.
The next 4 sins in a row are just pointing things out on the screen. If you keep this shit up much longer, I'm gonna lose it again.
The Dark Forest? No one goes into the Dark Forest.
Or comes out.
I mean, if no one goes in, it's a pretty safe assumption that they won't be coming out, no?
That's the joke.
Wait, what?
Dog? Still alive?
Why does Puss think Perito can hear him now? Does Puss in Boots even know how to portal?
Are you seriously complaining about a cat in an animated kids movie, thinking that a dog could possibly hear him after going through a portal? Come on, man.
Wait a second. So poofy!
Ah, f you, Moomy. There's no way you're getting that kind of volume without a hairdryer.
Yo! Look!
I don't even have a wish, but can I try it?
So if the map gives you the path of whatever is in your heart, then wouldn't that also mean whomever's path is selected would be the one to get the wish? How would Puss or Kitty get to make a wish if they used Perito's path? The lack of rules given for this map is very frustrating.
Because that's not how it works. I mean, you just made a random assumption and then gave a sin for the movie not following that assumption. What the hell?
Wait, is that...
Putting characters on the map before they complete their journey through the sky sphincter.
This is stupid.
All I smell is bullshit.
Sticking your grimy f***ing paws in someone's f***ing mouth instead of just f***ing bleeping that f***ing shit like you f***ing did f***ing earlier.
Are you done with this unfunny joke yet? Good.
Why are you so ridiculous, dog? What's your story?
Is Perito's story that he's a discount Olaf? I mean, if he started singing about how much he loves summer, I would not be surprised.
Jeremy makes a pop culture reference that isn't a sin of the movie cliche.
I'm gonna chop the heck out of this ficus the rock!
Good thing for our heroes, these flowers were set to stun earlier. Kitty's soft paws chopped like a half dozen of those things, and they didn't so much as scratch her for them.
Except for you. You can touch me.
I judge you. I sit on your shoulder and judge your actions and the quality of your character. I'm your conscience.
Jiminy Stewart's showing up here is hilarious, but why does he have 2 pant legs instead of 4? Still, this scene is now the 3rd best Pinocchio movie of the year.
Jeremy sins something he likes cliche.
Why does this work but the chopping didn't? I need to know why the magical regenerating flowers could only magically regenerate in specific ways.
The implication is that fire is too destructive for them to regenerate. It's really not that difficult to understand.
Take it from me. Never trust anyone. Wait, that's amazing!
And also impossible. Pulling foam out of non-foamy water and then using a dagger as scissors to cut the beard off an animal that shouldn't grow a beard.
Alright, f this. From now on, every time he points something out on the screen, he's getting 100 sins.
Give us the map, or else the man gets it.
How convenient that everyone arrived here within a few seconds of each other. But how did Goldilocks, Pops, and two other barrels even get through the flowers?
It was just, I don't know, I mean, that's the homie.
You've just been crimed by the Three Bears crime family.
Can we just talk for a second about how Goldilocks ended up here after breaking and entering the bear's house?
Nope.
I'm supposed to be a fearless hero, a legend. But without lives to spare, I am nothing.
Although you could argue that in between the previous 8 lives, you were simply a hero with 8 cheat codes. So at least you're not a cheater anymore.
Comedy, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a church with a priest and guests.
And did they all just walk there to this church that apparently thrives in the middle of the wilderness? Where's everyone's ride?
A big-time crime syndicate, love. A big-time crime family. Isn't that right, Goldie?
Referring to your employment situation and your coworkers as a family. I don't care if they actually are family. That's still messed up.
Wait, did he just admit that they are actually a family and then still sinned it? What the hell?
So, I ran.
Did you run so far away? Did you get away? Sudden flock of seagulls references aside, I saw you leave and it could be best described as a slow mope.
Boring.
Sure, human bridges, hilarious, whatever, but how do they work? How is the guy at the foot end even keeping his feet on the ledge? There's nothing for him to hook his feet around, and he's holding several hundred pounds of weight.
Just for a minute, let's all do the bump. Can't touch me.
You're horrible. You're an irredeemable monster.
Indeed, which is funny, sure, but also kind of steals the ability of the movie to have any kind of nuance about its central villain. Am I sinning a children's movie for not having nuance? Does a bear make porridge in the woods of varying temperatures?
Admits that it's stupid to sin it, sins it anyway.
Just a placeholder name, you know? I'll workshop it, okay?
This is a movie where cats fight with swords.
Skip.
It's gone! Wake up! Someone's nicked the map!
Well, considering earlier you were very clear that...
You're the smash, I'm the grab.
So you have no one to blame but yourself, Little Miss should have grabbed better.
Okay, and the movie made a mistake because... Oh, it didn't? Then why are you giving it a sin?
This ridiculousness. I get that wire work is a valuable part of the history of filmmaking. But...
Skip.
Some hero. You have become a scaredy cat. We should call him Puss In Boots.
Wuss was derived from wussy, which was derived as a less vulgar way of calling someone a pussy. So I'm not sure that changes in the direction you think it is.
Boring.
I do love the smell of fear.
Since fear itself does not have a distinctive odor, I think what you mean to say, Wolf, was that you love the smell of the body's reactions from someone or something that fears you, which would most likely be a mix of sweat, urine, and feces. I guess we like what we like, but I'm still judging.
Getting a family! That's what a proper family!
What, are you trying to give this character nuance? Just let her be an irredeemable villain. This is a children's movie, for f***'s sake.
Wait, so he complains when characters have nuance and also complains when they don't? Can you just make up your mind to save us from this cringe, please?
There are these characters as a superhero, and they just jumped down about 100 feet to solid ground. One of them landed in the classic superhero landing pose. These are vanilla-ass human beings, for f***'s sake.
What's up, guys? Good evening and shit.
Saying your pew-pews out loud.
And that's 100 sins. Don't spend it all in one place, bitch.
These 2 giant bears can't pull him back, but Goldie with her stick alone can do the trick. It's not even like the other bears are helping her. She's literally sitting on Mama's neck.
Oh my god.
Huh?
What is that?
Goldie and the bears are still there? Why aren't they still trying to get the map away from Puss? And if you say they had a change of heart, so help me, I will hug you, but not a fun hug.
Okay, Jeremy's gonna sexually assault me. I feel very unsafe. I gotta go now.
I'm not trying to tell you how to do your deathing or anything, but efficiency-wise, wouldn't it be smarter to go ahead and carve all the cat heads into the blade at the beginning and then mark them off as each life dies? You're just creating more work for yourself on the back end by waiting to do both at the same time.
But none of this matters in the slightest. Seriously, do the Cinemasins fanboys really listen to that kind of shit and laugh? Do they actually find this crap entertaining?
Also, the lesson here appears to be if you have the chance to save your life that involves no fighting, throw that possibility out the window and go ahead and have an unnecessary fight. Yeah, that sounds like a great lesson. Fighting is always the answer, kids.
I mean, for the sake of an awesome climax? Yeah, violence is necessary for an awesome climax. Wait.
Pick it up. I know I can never defeat you, Lobo.
Maybe so, but you would have a much better shot at defeating him if you didn't give him back his weapon every time it gets taken away from him.
Jesus Christ, if you would just watch the goddamn movie, then you would know why he's doing this.
Taking this opportunity to poke death in the eyes, Three Stooges style.
Jeremy makes a pop culture reference that isn't a sin of the movie cliche.
What have you
done? I'm confused too, Giant Jack Horner. Puss still had time to make his wish. Why is no one shouting out a wish?
Weren't you just complaining about the movie supposedly delivering a message about violence being good earlier? This is the actual message of the movie here. Greed is bad, blah blah blah. But admitting that would undermine his other sins, so why would he do that?
What did I do to deserve this? I mean, what specifically?
That fake-ass laugh.
I can riot, loot, not give a hoot, and touch your sister's teeth. Can't touch me. You can't touch me.
What in God's name is he doing?
You can't touch me.